What does it mean to share? Well, what would happen if we shared hope, kindness, and even love with each other? In this ninth episode of our Chronicles of Hope community, we're talking about the highlights of Session 5 in Chronicles of Hope. I'm Lois Hermann, board-certified hypnotist and author of Chronicles of Hope, and I hope you are inspired by today's message. In Session 5, the highlights talk about restoring hope. The first message from the Uncreatus is to restore hope. The first task is to reverse the downward spiral of negative energy. There is so much negative energy out there. When you turn on the news, the media, everything is negative. This is why I've decided to start a good news radio show to spotlight all of the good people. There are so many wonderful, good people out there, but our media tends to sensationalize the negative. And even posting positive on Facebook, I've had some people respond with some pretty nasty things. It's like, where are they coming from? Why do they have so much anger in their heart? If we could shift ourselves, we can shift people around us. Ultimately, we'll shift everyone. That's the hope. One of the first messages the Unquatus shared is about love. Love is there when it is created. There is no limit and no end to love. People must know they can love and be loved. It is sad that it is almost as hard for people to accept love as it is to give love. And love comes in many, many forms. We tend to have this romantic fantasy idea about love. But love is truly showing kindness. We are kind to each other. That is a form of love. When we are kind to our animals or to nature, it elevates our energy. When we show kindness, when we show love for another, be it a human, animal, or plant, it helps them, but it also helps us shift our energy to be more positive. People have become more isolated through technology, and there needs to be a way to bring people back together. The Unquatus are together, so they don't understand why humans are so divided. And it's true, technology has great benefits. I mentioned Facebook a moment ago. Social media is a way of staying connected. There's a lot of good on social media, but there's also a lot of superficial things. There's nothing like sitting down and having a cup of tea or a glass of wine, whatever, with a good friend and sharing heart to heart. There's nothing better than a kind touch, than someone there to listen, to be there for you when you need to talk, and you be there for them when they need to talk. Just to share a laughter, a story, a kind word. We need to be there and connect with each other. Humanity needs to embrace truth, integrity, honesty. Well, there's a mouthful. Truth. What is your truth? Many people don't know what their truth is. They're too busy trying to be somebody. And all they really need to be is themselves. I've heard it said many times that we are human beings, not human doings. What is your truth? Who are you? Be that. You don't have to pretend. You don't have to exaggerate or embellish. Come from a place of honesty and integrity and just be you. That's all that's ever asked of you. People need to be willing to share their feelings, their thoughts, and their possessions. There is too much greed in the world. Well, if we share our thoughts from a thoughtful, sensitive perspective, that's a good thing. Sometimes it's hard because we've been shot down when we vocalize, when we give our opinion. We tend to get overrun by other people who have stronger opinions. We need to allow ourselves the freedom to express, to share what's in our heart, as long as what we're sharing is coming from the heart, from a place of kindness, a place of truth, integrity, and honesty. If you're coming from a place of malice and malintent, that's a different story. Come from a place of kindness. Share from your heart. People have been told there isn't enough, so everything they do is based on scarcity. They need to know that there is enough for everyone. There is no scarcity. If we were each able to share what we have in the form of our possessions, in the form of kindness and love, if we were able to share from our hearts, we would care for one another. There are many people who are doing things, simple things. It doesn't have to be a lot. It doesn't have to be big, but just simple things. I've heard of stores that are giving away the ugly fruit, the damaged fruit. Give it free to people who are in need, instead of throwing it away because it doesn't look pretty for sale. There's so many things that people are doing. Let's celebrate them. I hope that you've been inspired by today's message. And if you have, we invite you to join our Hope Community Discussion Group at chroniclesofhope.net community. In these online meetings, we're supporting each other as we discuss each of these topics. We get into some really fun, lively discussions, and it's wonderful. We're supporting each other as we each help to shift the energy to be more positive, because together we can be catalysts for positive change. I look forward to meeting with you next time. Meanwhile, look up, stay positive, and be the light in someone's day. Thank you. I'm Lois Hermann.